Okay, students, we will discuss about the drawbacks of valence bond theory. So, by based on the valence bond theory, we got one conclusion that the bond between the metal and ligand bond is purely covalent bond only. But if you consider this bond, this nature of the bond between the metal and ligand bond is purely covalent bond, certain factors are we cannot be explained by based on this concept only. First one point, remember, generally the bond between the metal and ligand is a purely, generally I am saying the metallic nature, I mean ionic bond. Electrostatic force of attraction is between the electrostatic force of attraction acting between the metal and ligand. Why? Because it means metals are electropositive nature, metals are positive charge particles, ligands are neutral charge particles and negative charge particles. And also some points are there. Now look at the drawbacks of valence bond theory. It does not explain the color of the coordination compounds. So whenever there is a certain compound, they give different colors are there. So when I discussed in the previous class, so I say one point is there now. Whenever unpaired electrons are there, that particular compound is there now color substances. And never say about the pink color, red color, violet color, anything. So simple I said is there now. Look at there. So one more point is then same metal atom in different complexes, it gives different color. Why different color is coming is could not be explained only. Cannot explain the magnetic behavior of the based on geometry. For suppose if you take the tetrahedral complex and square planar complex, the magnetic behavior will be different only. The magnet behavior difference. Exactly how magnet behavior depend upon the following factors could not be explained based on their valence bond theory. Whenever valence bond theory deals, one point remember, valence bond theory says about the suppose I want hybridization, I need the information, more information regarding the number of unpaired electrons are present. Without knowing the number of unpaired electrons, I can never say whether the substances undergo inner orbital complex, outer orbital complex. And also valence bond theory use one small concept is a strong field ligand, weak field ligand. Based on the what point he has taken the particular ligand is strong or weak, could not explain only. And also one small doubt is there in some complexes, ammonia and water molecule acting as a weak field ligand, in some other complex they are acting as strong field ligand. But based on what phenomena you could not explain only. It could not explain the geometry of the tetrahedral complex. For suppose you have to consider the geometry of the tetrahedral spin planar complex. For suppose this has one small point is there now. Whenever central metal atom is surrounded by the 4 ligands, there is a possibility of the formation of tetrahedral complex and square planar complex. What is the most possibility could not explain only. You could not explain only. So these are drawbacks of the VBD theory. So what happened there? The VBD theory considers certain factors we believe if suppose metal and ligand containing of the ionic bond. What happened we will discuss in the CFT crystal field theory only. And some more drawbacks of the VBD theory is there here. So what happened there? What drawbacks is there? No, here the VBD theory, it does not distinguish the weak field and strong field ligand. It does not distinguish weak field and strong field. It cannot predict the exactly tetrahedral complex, square planar complex also. It cannot be explained. So students, right now I'm just considering this. Imagine here the if suppose metal and ligand bond is an electrostatic force of attraction, how they will exhibit the what is the properties. We're going to discuss about the CFT crystal field theory only. First one is crystal field theory. Look at the crystal field only. When I discuss about crystal fields, you know where the crystals nothing but the atoms and nothing but the concept of ionic substance only. Generally, crystal field theory explain about the color property and spectral properties of the coordination compound. And crystal why they call field is there. Consider here the 2 fields are there. One is then here the whenever ligands are approach a central metal atom, they experience some repulsion force also possible, attraction force also. So what happened? The base one is splitting is happen up, the orbitals happen. We'll discuss in detail. So one of the crystal field theory assumed that the interaction between the metal and ligand is a purely electrostatic force of attraction. What crystal field theory says that one is then the bond in between the metal and ligand is purely ionic bond only. There is no possibility of covalent bond only. And they consider the ligands are point charges. Why they call ligands are point charges? Means ligands brings the pair of electrons which may contain neutral charge particles, positive charge particles. Even though neutral charge particles, what happens because of unequal distribution of electron, there may be charge generated only. Okay, no, there may be charge generated only. And next point is here, The central metal atom is surrounded by the various ligands. Around the central metal atom, there is a various possible of ligands will be there. So what happens there when the ligand is negative charge particle, neutral charge particles are there. So there is a electrostatic force of attraction between the metal and ligand. There is electrostatic force of attraction between the metal and ligand. Suppose consider the central metal atom that have the 5 degenerate orbital. Degenerate orbitals nothing but equal amount of energy containing orbital. That is called as dxy orbital, yz orbital, xz orbital, dx square minus y square orbital, dz square orbital. You can able to very clear is then here the word dxy orbital is then the lobes are aligned in between the axis. You can able to 6 degrees angle only. What dxy, dyz, zdxy, zx is there no. What happens these three are you can see that these three is there no here there is proper orientation will be there. Their lobes are aligned in between the look this is one axis, this one axis. In between the axis lobes are present. But you consider dz square orbital, dx square minus y square orbital. What happens that the lobes are aligned the above the axis. Above the axis. For suppose whenever the ligand is approached above the axis, what happens there? These orbitals are these lobes are experience more repulsions. When now ligands approach in between the axis, what happens there? Whatever the in between the axis is dy, yz, dzx, dxy is there no. These three will experience more repulsions. One point remember, whenever any orbital experience more repulsions, energy increases, destabilizes. But initially before the ligands are approached, all d orbitals are having equal amount of energy. Whenever the ligands approaching either the axis, either in between the axis, what happens there, the degeneracy will be disturbed only. Degeneracy will be disturbed. So whenever ligands approaches central metal atom, whenever ligands approach central metal atom, due to the repulsion forces, there is repulsion forces are there. So because of repulsion force, what happens there, the degeneracy will last. Degeneracy will last. Some of the set of the together, the 5d orbitals are split in two sets are there. One is a triplet 2 generate orbital. So triplet 2 generate orbital, easy. And doublet 2 generate orbital. So what happens? Triplet 2 generate orbital nothing but dxy, xz, yz or. You can this one easy orbital nothing but x square minus y square dz square only. So what happens there, that whenever ligands are approaching octahedral complex, ligands are approaches along the axis. Whenever ligands approach along the axis, these orbitals get more repulsions are there no. So what happens there, the degeneracy will last, they will split. One is get to higher level, one is become lower level only. So the energy difference is there now. That energy difference is called as a crystal field splitting energy. The difference is called as a crystal field splitting energy. So this we mentioned delta naught. Look delta naught but octahedral complex. They mentioned for the octahedral complex. So it's called as a crystal field splitting energy only. Next one is what happens that due to the repulsion, the orbitals are along the axis of like. Due to repulsion of the orbital along the axis, the ligands acquire high amount of energy, while those lying in between the axis gets less amount of energy. It does not show the overlapping orbital. CFT never say about the overlapping orbital. There is never say about the formation of sigma bonds only. From the crystal field stimulation energy, the stability complex when explained. Whenever crystal field stimulation energy is more, it often the complex more stable. Whenever crystal field stimulation energy less, the complex unstable only. Stability of complexes cannot be explained based on VBD theory. Stability of complex can be explained based on their crystal field theory only. Crystal field splitting of 5 degenerate orbital, d orbital is there. It's called crystal field splitting only. So what are they mentioned? CFSC only, crystal field stabilization energy only. The change in the energy achieved by the filling of the electrons in the orbital in a complex metal atom. So what happened there? Based on one is sometimes conforms out orbital complex, sometimes inner orbital complex. This can be explained only. Definition: high spin complex are there. Great number of unpaired electrons and hence the higher value of resulting spin is there. Now that's called high spin complex. When you saw the high spin complex, nothing but a more number of unpaired electrons are there. Because of more number of unpaired electrons, the more magnetic nature will be possible. Low spin complex, nothing but pairing of electrons only. Pairing energy. What happened? They was suppose consider the when the splittings happen, there is no possibility of pairing. What happened? They become the spin free. High spin complex only. If splittings happen, the energy gap between the two orbitals are very less. What happens there? There is a possibility of the pairing. So low spin complex only. It is possible that formation of the low spin complex only. Based on splitting energy only, you are going to calculate the complex high spin complex or low spin complex only.